Hi everybody, this is Liam Martin from Running Remote, and in today's video we're going to be talking about how you can implement 6 fantastic virtual games with your remote teams that they will actually like. Let's go. So inside of remote teams, we always talk about these water coolers, these virtual water coolers that people want to be able to get context outside of people's work lives, right? Like, what kind of sports teams do you like? What kind of things do you like to read? What's the latest Game of Thrones episode that you watched? Is the Mother of Dragons just misunderstood, or is she actually a pretty nice woman? These are all questions that people want answers to inside of large-scale remote teams. And we've realized that over the last 15 years of me working remotely and having employees in 40-ish different countries all over the world, the reality is that you need something like that to be able to make it work. Now, usually when it's not pandemic time, we will actually have an in-person event every single year. So we fly people into one particular location. It's kind of like a conference about the company, and we sit there for a week and break down everything that we did in the previous year and make planning to what we're going to do for the next year. So that's not possible, obviously, for obvious reasons. And instead, we've really been focusing on trying to figure out how to be able to bring that completely into the virtual realm. And I'm sure that you have too. So I'm gonna break down the 6 most popular choices that we've currently tried and tell you exactly what I think you should be doing inside of your virtual team. So the first one that I'm gonna talk about is an app called Slides with Friends. And this is a great one because you really want to just bring your team together with Slides with Friends. It is quite literally that, just Slides with Friends. And hopefully a lot of your friends are also people that you work with. If none of your friends are people that you work with, then maybe you need to find a new job. But we've been playing this a lot in our private remote work community, which actually you can be a part of. The Running Remote private community is something that we've been putting together for the last couple months, and I personally find it so enjoyable. We have private talks with the absolute top tier people inside of remote work, and inside of that as well, we do a lot of team building exercises like Slides with Friends. And it's fantastic for community building because it just gives you a lot of different options as to how you want to play these types of games. So they've got a couple different game types. There is Happy Hour Hang, there's What's New with You, and they have their own personal version of Slides Against Humanity. I think that the Happy Hour Hangout is probably the best one. You can create your own questions, or you can have their preset questions that they set up with, which is pretty cool. And you just go through those questions, you give out prizes at the end. It's a pretty cool experience. And for anyone that's just on the fence, it's also free to be able to try it. So what I would just do is go down there, Slides with Friends, check it out. We'll probably have the link down below in the description. Next up is Icebreaker Video. And that's more of a fun way to do happy hours and gamification of Zoom, stuff like that. It's the easiest way to really describe that app, is basically just a Zoom gamification tool. So my personal favorite thing inside of this platform is naming 3 things you are grateful for. It's kind of like you can do that on a daily check-in. I've done this for years as a daily ritual, and it was one of the best strategies for me to get through 2020. So fundamentally, just kind of think of that as a way to gamify a Zoom call and make it just a little bit more fun. Number 3 is the Airbnb online experiences. Have you ever wanted to learn from a world-class chef or how to make a mojito live from the bar where it was invented in Havana? This is exactly what Airbnb experiences sets you up to do. So literally you just pay for, let's say, the mojito bartender, and he'll set up his camera, he'll set it up in front of the bar, and then you pay, let's say, $100, $200, $300, and you can bring in either an unlimited amount of people for the event, or it's a per person invitation. So quite literally, you just set up, they effectively set up Zoom calls, just a video call system. You can pop in and you can all share in that experience. And also too, in some of the cases, you can actually deliver the thing that you need to have done to everyone that you're going to be doing the call with. So in the mojito situation, you could actually deliver the bar kit that you need to be able to make that. And frankly, I mean, I don't know about you, but mojitos are delicious. So I highly suggest you check out Airbnb experiences. Number 4 is warofthewizards.net. This one is pretty cool. You basically play Dungeons and Dragons, but through a video call. If any of you played this stuff when you were like 12, 13, or 40, this game is definitely for you. Now you need a dungeon master to be able to lead you through the process. So the dungeon master will have like a script that's gonna be that they can read off, and then everyone can interact on that video call. But that's a really cool way for everyone to kind of get into this stuff. The games last, I think, approximately about 90 minutes, and very neat for a certain type of person that is into that kind of stuff, right? So you need to talk to your staff about this as well. A lot of the times, some of this stuff, when people propose it, it's like forced, or it feels forced. So that's not my personal philosophy. What I think you should be doing is really talking to your employees saying, hey, do you actually want to do this? Do you want to do the slides with friends, or do you want to do the wizard game? And just let them choose, and then they can self-assemble into those groups. Number 5 is escapehunt.com. This is a classic escape room game, but stuff you can literally deliver to your employees, and you can work through the puzzles all through a Zoom call. So they literally like deliver you a package, and there's all of these different weird documents and, you know, like sealed letters and all this kind of stuff. And everyone needs to work on it virtually. So no one has the entire puzzle in front of them. They all have to work on the video call in order to actually figure it out. It's pretty cool. I think that it's definitely something that is a product of COVID and may disappear in the future, but that's actually a bit of a shame, because it's really great for remote teams and a really neat team building experience. Last but not least is the Oculus Quest. Now, we've been experimenting with playing Oculus Quest for quite a while. It's something that we've been playing on and off with for about 2 years. And the beauty of this is that you can actually just jump into thousands of different games and thousands of different experiences with a headset that costs under $299 US. It is quite pricey, and again, some people don't necessarily like it. It does still make a couple people a bit nauseous after extended use, but if you want to actually get a completely different experience and you're willing to spend the money, I would highly suggest you invest in this, because it gives you the perception of space and nonverbal communication that you just can't get with a Zoom call, as an example. So those are my top 6 tips. Put them down below if you have any other ideas. And also, while you're down there, why don't you like this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel? It really helps the algorithm to hit me with a like. We've been seeing a lot more likes recently, and I really appreciate it. We've also seen a significant increase in our traffic over the last little while, because I think in large part due to those likes. So I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please do that. And other than that, I will see you in the next video.